Hello, Rocket community. This is Jeff Wise back with the Rocket Report here for August 2024. As always, I'll start out with some district news, and we'll have some other clips here for you, including getting to know another staff member and a look at our cross-country team. So please enjoy. Thanks for joining us. First off, some news from the board meeting here in August. First, the board voted to approve the suggested tax abatement for Nelson Manufacturing that came from the Putnam County Community Improvement Corporation. It's a 15-year tax abatement for Nelson. They're going to be building a building on there, and hopefully that will lead to job creation. I was told up to potentially 18 jobs, so we're really excited for them and excited for what that's going to do for our community. Likewise, we also decided to forego our portion of that to the Blanchard Township as well, so that'll hopefully help them locally with their funding and get put to good use, because again, strong community leads to strong schools and vice versa. So we are excited about that and excited to see what Nelson does. They've been a good partner for us. Otherwise, on the board agenda for August was pretty simple. It was a lot of hiring sub, bus drivers, substitute teachers, things like that. So pretty typical board meeting. If you're interested in coming to our board meetings, our next board meeting is on Tuesday, September 10th. It's at 8 p.m. It's in the media center in the library. So we'd love to have you there. Remember, board meetings are open to all public, so if you have something, if you'd like to come see what we're doing, or if you'd like to just come, if you have a comment or question, please stop by and see us. I know our board would love to have you there. I'd love to have you there, so keep that in mind. And lastly, I feel like this is going to be a broken record, but we are still continuing the transition to Power School. I do want to thank Kendra Lugabill, Sam Luganbill, Cheryl Schmiezing, Tyler Clausen, his team. I think it's gone pretty smoothly. I feel like we're making progress, and hopefully that's going to be a really good tool for us moving forward in the future. And again, as always, just show us some grace and some patience with that. If you have any questions about using Power School as a parent, or students, if you're watching, obviously talk to Mr. Clausen, Tyler Clausen. His email address is clossont@pgrockets.org, or you can give us a call here at the school. I'd love to help you, or at least maybe turn you back to Tyler anyways. So otherwise, that's it for this part of the news. Pretty basic. We're getting started the school year here. The students have been in session here for about a week. Sports have started. Volleyball team has picked up a win. Cross country's in full force. Golf team has been out. So, school events are happening. Students are here. They're learning. We've started. So, again, if you'd like to come to our next board meeting, it is in September. But otherwise, take care and thank you. Hi Rockets, this is Jeff Wise here again with getting to know you with our teachers. I have Mrs. Downing here with me, and so hope you enjoy this interview. We're going to get to know her a little bit better. So Mrs. Downing, I know you graduated from Pandora Gilboa High School several years ago, not that many years ago, but what are some of your special memories from your time as a student here at PG?
Well, we were at the old school, so I remember on the playground we had this old metal thing called a twister, and it was basically like a metal circle with like two seats on the end. And really, you just spun people or whacked them against the poles. It's hard.
Those like super dangerous things we can't do anymore.
My sister ended up with a piece of metal in her eye from that. But it was fun. We still had the 8th grade play back then, so that was a good time bonding with friends. Actually, girls basketball first came into existence in the middle school when I was an 8th grader. So we were the first 7th and 8th grade classes to have basketball. I went to lots of sporting events and stuff like that with my classmates, so it's all good times.
Good. Yeah. And I know this because I found this out from being here long enough. You're a former homecoming queen.
I was.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
And we have a couple on staff, you and Sam, and maybe that's it.
I think Brianna.
And right?
Yeah.
So I think we have 3 on staff, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I know you were an excellent student and everything, so.
I tried.
Yeah, we don't, I don't want to make you blush or anything, but so it's fun to see a former graduate come back and be employed and have such a positive impact on our students. So I just wanted to ask you about that. Is there anything you'd like to share about like your family, your home life, pets?
I am married, and Craig and I have been married for 31 years. We have 4 children. We have 2 boys and 2 girls. My husband was an engineer, but he farms full-time now. Both of my boys have agriculture degrees from Ohio State University, and they both farm full-time with my husband now. My oldest son has 2 children, so Lacey and Andrea are my granddaughters. My older daughter is a nurse at St. Rita's, and she's going back to school to get her nurse practitioner's license.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
And then my youngest daughter is finishing college, and she's going to be a civil engineer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very successful. Everybody's successful.
So
that's great.
they've always been kind of known what they wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That's really excellent. I know my senior that I have right now is still up in the air about what she wants to do. So it's nice when they have a clear vision and
Yeah.
can execute that. So that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. What inspired you to be a teacher?
Well, when I have 7 younger brothers and sisters, so when we played school, I was the teacher.
Right, that makes sense.
I babysat a lot. Lots of my siblings think I'm bossy, so I felt like I fell into that wheelhouse. And
Yeah.
I've always liked children. Harlan Basinger was one of my favorite teachers when I was here, and he was just very inspiring and very
Perfect. Yeah.
very
That's
driven
good.
to be a good teacher.
Very
So,
good. Yeah. I've heard a lot about him. I did. I missed him obviously, but he's a legend around here, so
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yes.
What would you like, parents, community to know about you?
I really, really love my job. I really do. And I think watching little ones enjoy learning and figure things out and develop that positive attitude about learning and getting them on the right track for lots of success. I always say the academics are important, but I enjoy making learning fun so that's just building on the good things that happen for each kid.
Yeah. I mean, I think, I was a high school principal, but I always said that, it all starts here. And if that foundation isn't strong, they're going to struggle. So
Sure.
you got to put a lot of time and resources and energy into your elementary program. Because
And
otherwise...
I don't need a gym membership. I feel like this is enough
Yeah,
exercise for me in
yeah,
a day.
yeah.
So
Absolutely,
yeah,
for sure.
it's good.
With all the different things you
It's
do
all
with them.
good.
Yeah, I was in the elementary lunch yesterday, and just to see the kids and talk a little bit, whatever. And it's a different energy than the high school. That is for sure. It's a totally different breed in there. So, but it was fun. They were good. And they were waving and everything.
Yep.
About that. Yeah, they and then kindergarten is obviously the youngest. So they I'm sure they give you a lot of fun energy.
Yep, it is fun.
Very good.
Fun
That's
energy.
good.
That's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. As a teacher, do you have any special memories or funny moments that you can share about any former students?
Yes, one of my first years teaching, I taught 2nd grade for a few years, and then I taught 3rd grade for a few years. But while I was still in 2nd grade, I had a sweet little girl, Sarah, and she could invite one person to her birthday party at her house and have dinner with her family. So she invited me. So I went over to their house to have supper with her family and got to know them a little bit better. And at that time, they had just adopted a little sister. So
Oh, wow, yeah.
she was climbing over me like a jungle gym, but it was all good. It's a fun connection to make with the
That
family.
is fun. Yeah, that's good. I think that was a good experience.
Yes. It
Very
was maybe
good.
only my 2nd or 3rd year teaching, so I was pretty young.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, and that's probably like maybe even saw you almost like an older sister kind of vibe. But,
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Outside of school, what are your favorite hobbies or activities that you might do?
I love to bake. I love
Yeah.
to cook.
Yeah,
I love to garden. Anything outside.
yeah,
It's fun.
just being
Yeah.
active. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Is there something you've always wanted to do in life, but you just never had an opportunity to try yet?
I would love to go skydiving.
Really?
I would.
Okay.
I would.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to go skydiving. Just, strapped to somebody, like,
Yeah, the tandem ride.
nothing,
Yeah,
nothing
sure.
independent. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love roller coasters. So I am afraid of heights, but I think that that's a different feel. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
I think we're similar on that. I also, I have a fear of heights, but also I like roller coasters. I like going on tall buildings and things. When we took the seniors to the class of 2018, we went to Chicago, and I did like the ledge thing, and they were all laughing at me because I was doing it, but I was like, shaking or whatever. But so
Sure.
that was pretty
Sure.
fun. But so I'm also a little bit afraid of heights, but I do like to kind of push myself a little
I
bit.
think I would
so.
feel like that in the plane. I
Yeah,
would be
yeah, there'd be some nervous
scared
energy.
to death, but then
that makes
enjoy the leap.
I always said I could maybe do skydiving. I never bungee jumping though. That's too
No,
terrifying for me. I
no.
wouldn't have the guts to do that. So, what's the weirdest talent you have, or maybe some talent you wish you did have?
I can remember things but things that aren't important at all.
Right.
Like when it came to
Yeah.
academics and history, I was terrible. I mean, I had to work to memorize that stuff, but we just had a class gathering and I could remember silly stories from high school.
Right.
When Mrs. Montgomery and I taught together, we always laughed because she and I would have been great password partners because we would go back 20 years and she'd say, you know, remember that kid? He puked up chocolate cereal and, you know, never had his left shoe tied. And then I could
Name the
get
kid
that.
right away.
I could
Right.
get that kid. Yeah.
That's really
so,
funny. I like
yeah.
that.
So I have a good memory, but
Right.
not necessarily for.
So you're not going to challenge Mr. Recker in Quiz Bowl necessarily,
No,
but if there was like an
no.
oddball category, you'd get
Yes,
it.
I could get the
Yeah,
oddball trivia.
right, that's
I
funny.
might be able to.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. What's the silliest thing you believed in as a child?
I kept having these dreams that there was these little green men with mustaches under my bed at night.
Okay.
When I was probably like kindergarten, first grade, and I kept telling my parents, and
Yeah.
they're like, "No, you're
Right,
fine,"
right.
and they kept sending me back to bed, and so then I started sleeping under their bed at times.
Oh, wow,
But yeah, it was serious. It
Yeah,
was,
that's-
it was very
yeah.
serious. I remember where my bed was in our old house, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it was pretty weird, but you know, thankfully it
Did-
didn't go on
yeah,
forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Eventually you grew
Yeah,
out of
I've
it. That's
adjusted.
good.
I've
Right.
adjusted.
Yeah, otherwise that would
Yeah.
be an interesting phobia or something. I don't know what you would do. So very good. So well, hey, thank you for the time meeting
You're
with me. I
welcome.
appreciate it. Hopefully the
welcome.
community learned something new about you,
welcome.
and we love having you here. You do a great job with kindergarten,
you.
obviously, and so
Thank you.
like I said, I just appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Let's go, Savannah. Looking good. Keep it up. Good job, girls. Let's go, Rockets. Let's go, boys. It's a good start. Let's go, Jack. Looking good. Looking good, Jack. Keep pushing. Let's go, Sam.
Good job, Zach.
Keep pushing. Let's go, Camden. Stay up there with Sam.
Let's go, Weed.
Let's go, Jack.
Let's go, Jack.
You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Let's go, Sam. Pass him. You got it. Good pass. Good pace. Good pace.
Come on, Dylan. Let's go, Eli. Stay up here.
Let's go, Cam.
Guys, right up in the front, Eli.
Look at good Leisha. Keep going.
Good job, Cam.
Keep it up, bud.
Let's go, Austin. You're doing great. Stay with this group. Stay with this group.